about opportunity. Somebody say opportunity.
Opportunities.
That's my topic. Opportunity. Turn your Bible with me to the book of St. John chapter 2. St. John chapter 2. Opportunity. Verses 1, I will read. And the third day, there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. The third day. What is today's date? Okay. I think Jesus is here right now. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Okay. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, they have no wine. I said the other time, wine talk about strength. Somebody says strength. Strength, yeah. When you see wine, the spiritual meaning of wine is strength. Is strength. Wine and horse. Their spiritual meaning is strength. When we are talking about dream interpretation, these two things symbolize strength. Amen?
Amen.
Okay, we'll talk about that one maybe when we are dealing with on the topic of interpretation to dream. Verse 4. Jesus said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? My hour is not yet come. Now look at Mary, the mother of Jesus. Verse 5. His mother said unto the servants, whatsoever he said unto you, do it. Whatsoever he said unto you, do it. We'll stop there. Whatsoever he said unto you, do it. Somebody shout the year of opportunity. Yeah, I want to speak in the voice of my father right now. The year of opportunity. I believe this is the message that is going to present before CPM and headquarters today. Let me talk about it. The year of opportunity. Number one thing we should know about opportunity. What is in the first case? What is opportunity? When we say opportunity, what's opportunity?
Chance.
Something will come your way.
A chance?
Yeah.
What is? Open doors?
Possibility.
Possibilities?
Something good.
Something good? Okay. Open door? A chance? Possibilities? I'm giving glory to God because you understand what is it. What opportunity is talking about. Sometimes a sudden thing that happened to you that catch you unaware. A great door, a great chance open to you, to a human being, without a notice. Now, this is where the problem is about opportunity. That is where opportunity, so many people lose opportunity. Why? Because it doesn't give you a notice before it comes. And once it comes your way, it doesn't scream or use a megaphone, yes, an opportunity, accept me, no. And the greatest of it is that every good opportunity, somebody say good opportunity, come with fear. Yeah. Now, Now, a good opportunity that will open you up, that will open your destiny. Number one thing it comes with is fear. Great fear. If it's not with fear, that is not a good opportunity. A good opportunity that will open you to your world, that will change your status, that will change your level, come with fear. A man, you are praying for a wife, for example, and suddenly a man just come into your life and say, okay, I want to marry you. Now, if he's going to be a good person, number one thing that you are going to, you will either you look at the man unserious, either you look at the man, is he not a player? There are so many things you read about the person. It will bring fear to your heart. No, I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Because that is a chance for you. That's an opportunity for you. That's a door that's open for you. It comes with fear. Now, how do you step into opportunity? Somebody shout boldness.
Boldness.
You need boldness to step into any opportunity. You need boldness to step into it. Because it will come like a silent voice, very tiny voice. The Lord said, I will stand behind thee, and thou shalt hear a voice behind thee, not in the front of you. You know, for example, if God appeared to you in a vision, we said God talked to us in a vision, then in dream, He speaks to us. He shows Himself to us in vision, then in dream He speaks to our ear. Now, any vision, sometimes this opportunity, God shows to us in a vision. And this vision is not like something that you just watch plain and clear. No, sometimes it's just like a flash. It takes you understanding for you to record them and say, oh, it's like 3 days ago I had a dream like this. It's like yesterday I had a dream like this. It's like but it will not get, exceed 3 days. And then vision. The first day you might not remember it, but the second day you remember it, or the third day. Now, when God opened a door for you that is called opportunity, He will always stand by your side, watching you. And also, the devil is always by your side, standing and start telling you, you can't do this. Because the masterminder, the master behind fear is the devil. He will stand by your side, start telling you, do you think you can do this? You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. And look at people. It shows you so many people who started the same thing and they failed. Pointed so many people before you. This one started it and they couldn't make it. And the other one wanted to start it and they couldn't go ahead. He started pointing people before you. The devil, an accuser, he is always there. But at this time, God will not say anything. Because God is not a man, it's not a God that fights with people. He won't fight with you and say, this is opportunity, I told you. No. He will stand by your side, watching you. This is what we see in this picture. And his mother said unto the servant. Somebody say the mother said to the servant. Say the mother said to the servant. Whatsoever he said unto you, do it. Now, when God said, this is a chance for you this year, that working place is good for you, that little place where you are doing cleaning job is for you. If God said, oh, now this is the place, Mary saying to the servant, meaning the voice is coming to you. I'm standing in the position of Mary right now. I'm saying to you, whatever God showed you this year to do, do it. Whatever he shows you this year, do it. Because nobody will do it for you. Nobody will do it for you. It is only God and you that will carry out the work. Now, you need to do according to what He instructed you. The Lord said, this is what you wanted to do. Do it. You know, this first day, second day, third day, there are so many of us that miss, I told you, nothing that God wants to do in your life that He will not reveal to you in dream and revelation. From 20th of December, from 20th, God started revealing so many things to people concerning this year. 20th of December. This is what you are going to do. This is what you are going to do. Now, a lot of us miss it. We couldn't understand it. Now, there is going to be a revision from 5th. When is 5th? Tuesday. From on the 5th, watch your dream again. It will move down to 20th. Study your dream. Study it carefully. It will reveal it. First to 5th. Though every danger that is going to happen this year, the Lord is going to reveal it to you. From first, which is yesterday, 2 days ago, till 5th. Dangers that will happen to you, to your family, to anybody around you. This year, 2016, He have, reviewed them one after the other. But there is what is called dream snatcher. It's a demon. It's an evil spirit that always fights with people. Now, at this time, if you are clever, I think we still have how many days remain? Today's 3rd, tomorrow 4th, 5th. We still have 2 days. Don't drink. People that normally drink, it's not good. You will normally take tablet before you go to bed. No, that's not good. It will not help you to see so many things. Nothing that God wants to do this year that He will not reveal to His people. Nothing. Oh, I didn't see it. It's because you are not careful enough. It's because you are not careful. Every danger that will happen to your family, to you, is already, God is downloading them one after the other. The Lord. The one maybe saying to your ear, you will like, who's talking to me? I don't know who's talking to me. You will wait because you are too busy. In the night, when you are asleep, He will come close to your bed. He will show you the vision. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
These are the secrets. This is spiritual secrets. If you know this, you don't need to move from head to center. No. Yeah, if actually you follow the teaching that we go throughout last year, you see so many of the things that you run after, we reveal them one after the other. Here, secret that you want to know. Secret that you want to know. Why? Because God is here. God is here. And anywhere God is, there's liberty. Now God opened His mind for every one of us. And then we are seeing it. The question is this. What has the Lord told you to do this year, 2016? What has the Lord revealed to you this year, 2016? Now God is saying, whatever I said to you, whatever I declare to you, whatever assignment I'm giving to you, whatever opportunity I'm going to give to you, whatever open door I'm going to tell you, the power that will make you to see it in effective, that will make you to see the manifestation of it, is do it. Whatever He said to you, do it. Whatever the Lord said to you, do it. Now, I took your mind back to 2013 and said, there are things that you will abandon that year. Now, this year, God wants to repeat. There's a cycle of Eli that want to repeat that same opportunity again. You revolve around and you miss it and there's no way, and now you want you to start it. Or even there are some jobs you wanted to start last year. Things that you tried to start last year, but last year was not a good year of grace. Most especially 2014 was not good at all. It's a year of battle. It's only people who fight that year 2013, 14, that prevailed. 13 was a grace. Anything you want to start, you can start it easily. People support you. But 14 was a battlefield. And that's why so many people, they try to come out and the person they saw when they take a step back was enemy, and they ran back. And they think, oh, I said it before. I know, it's not going to be good. No. You came out at the wrong time. That's why this year, 2013, go and start your 2016, go and start your, what's it called? For example, you want to start sending money from, items from here to Nigeria, to your country, to anywhere, for people to sell for you. It's a good year. Amen. I say it's a good year. Amen. Yeah, you will not fall into the hand of a wrong person. Amen. 2014, so many of you tried, and the dangers were there because it's a wrong year. But this year, 2016, if you try it, you see. Yeah, you just see. Well, what you need to do is just do what God is saying. Because every instruction that God is giving to any man, any woman, behind it, there is something that God demands from you. If God says, okay, this is what I want you to do, then He will put His own. He will attach His own. For example, if God says, okay, I want to make you great. Now, no matter what you are going to do, 10% of it, God did it. The tithes of that thing that you want to do, you need it. The first fruit of what you want to do, God need it. The first interest, is interest and profit. The first profit that you have in a business or you get in a business, God need it. It's not for you, it's for Him. The tithe is for Him. Now, if you not eat the tithe, eat the first fruit, now when you eat the tithe, the devil say, you are a disobedient child. At that time, he will fight you. I remember years ago, a landlord took my things. She took my things. And I stayed in another corner, and I was over the phone, we were talking. And when we were talking, they said, okay, I said, I will show you. God will show you. I was telling her like that. She said to me, which God? Are you a tither? And as soon as she said that, I was short of words. This was around 2006 or so, or 7. He said, are you a tither? And I was short of words. Now, her backbone, the devil stood by her to fight against me. Now, why? Because the devil knows that I'm not a tither. Now, this is a secret. If anything you want to do, opportunity that you want to do, make sure you give her the tithe of it. Don't say, oh, you are not a master of your own. You must see somebody ahead of you. That's why you have a church where your tithe is supposed to go. Your tithe is supposed to come here. This is where we train you, where we train you spiritually. Your tithe come here. Where is the tithe of the church going? To the headquarters. I pay the tithe of the church and my tithe to the headquarters. Why? Because that is the source for my blessing. There is nobody that, and now we are master of our own. No. If you are master of your own, there is a devil that is higher than you. Because every level you are, you find yourself, there is a devil that fight people there. For example, like now I'm a pastor. The power I fight is demons on the pastor level. The day I now come out and say, oh, now everybody are praising me, saying he's a prophet. Now let me put prophet in my name. Prophet, Pastor Tony. Now, immediately I graduate to the level of demons that fight prophets. They will say, hey, you are a prophet. Who call you prophet? They check the agenda of God. God said, no, you say prophet. Okay. You are a prophet. No problem. When they blow the blow of a prophet, you see, the secret will be open. That is why you see so many people, they call their name an apostle, they call this any name. They just like, they just wake up and say, I seen a dream, they just call me this, that's my name. Without finding out who called you. Why did they call you that name? Because the devil sometimes I call you a name. You want to destroy you, he just call you a name. And as soon as you bear that name, apostle, Apostle is people who move from one territory to another. I mean, one country to another, preaching the word of God. They have the grace of God to enter into any zone where there is no, there is no light. They preach like that. Now, you are just in one church, and you say, I'm not apostle. The old demon in the old world, they will connect. Immediately, they will raise that person up. That's why you see a lot of people that call themselves apostles today. I see about 2 or 3 people here in this church. Mount of Fire. Then, I know them to be a pastor years ago, like, let's say 4 or 5 years. I see some of them, I say, what? Oh, it's a long story, it's a long story. I don't understand. First day, second day, it's a long story. It's a long story. Then I see one recently and he was saying, Pastor, pray for me. I'm dying. Just pray to God that I should not die. What happened? It was exposed to the powers of the enemy. I know this is a year of opportunity and it's a year that God wants to assist so many people, but God will never back up a man in assignment that he didn't send you. Never. He will only back you up on the assignment that he sent you. We say opportunity comes with fear. There are people that have opportunity, or God's opened the door for them, and yet they are still doubting. They are still, you sure? They are asking themselves, that's a good opportunity for you. That's your chance, because any chance that God opens for you, you ask yourself and ask yourself, double ask yourself all the time, am I sure? I don't want to make mistake, because His opportunity always take us unaware. Opportunity always interrupt our plan. What you want to do, what God has for you is different, because it's an assignment that God wants to give you. Now, by the time you come, you already have where you are going. Now, God said, no, I don't want you to go there. Come this way. He always interrupts your whole plan. Now, that which will interrupt your plan, that is the assignment that God is going to give you this year. This is the opportunity that we are talking about. Whatever that is going to interrupt your plan. Probably you are coming up, you want a marriage, you want a woman, or you want a man, or you want somebody, you want to marry. Now, you have, this is the figure I need, this is the person I need, this is how handsome, tall, cute. Now, if God wants to come with an opportunity, He come with the one that you don't even have in mind. You look at it, He say, maybe a boy, he say, I love you, I want to marry you. You look at it and say, you look around, is there anybody here? Are you talking to me? He say, yeah, I'm sorry, the boy just wrong. Because when you see a woman, just say, is there anybody here? You judge. Is the person. You see, that's how God, because He always interrupts your plan. It's different from what you put in mind. Because God knows that this one has all it takes for you to fulfill your purpose. That is the will of God. What is will of God? Now, I hear people saying, the will of God, I'm looking for will of God. What is the will of God? Now, when God gives you a will, for example, God's 2 doctors, for example, this doctor, a wife doctor, a nurse, a man doctor, the woman doctor. Now, by profession, 2 of them are doctors. But in the heart of one of them, there might be one of them who have a mother heart. A mother heart is either, I'm not saying the man should be at home. Now, a man might have the mind, okay, I like to keep my children. When I'm raising children, I like to stay with them. Then the wife is a professional doctor. He said, okay, I don't want to stay with children. It's not because you are a woman or because you are giving birth that makes you to be a mother. No, there are some women that give birth, they are not mother. All they know just to deliver it, and they don't know how to take care. To take care is a mother. That's the heart of a mother. Now, sometimes a woman will say, no, just give birth to them. Go to my work because they like the work. The man, the doctor also, say, okay, I can quit my job and take care of my children. Now, these these two people, because this one have a good heart of a mother, the other one have a good heart to come out, God can bring them together. But when this one have the heart of being the field, pursuing money, and the other one have the heart to be in the field, pursuing money, God cannot bring them together. Because if God sign it, there's going to be problems. Nobody will bow down to each other. Now, that becomes against the will of God. But the will of God is for a man or a woman to come out. A woman have the mind and say, if I marry, I would like to marry to a farmer. I need a farmer. Or I need somebody who is handy. Somebody who do handiwork. That's why I want to marry. Because I know I'm a politician. I know I'm born to be a politician. And I need somebody that will, I don't want. Now, and suddenly you find somebody maybe like actually a handyman. And you are somebody, because two people who are focused on the field, they cannot marry. The problem with divorce today, or the problem that caused divorce in family, is because this one wants to show up as a social person, the other one wants to come out as a social person. They can't work together. You see the latest car that women are driving a Duke. Is that Duke? Duke. Okay, Duke. Okay, Jeep. I'm talking about Jeep. All right. Now you see. Women are crazy after, most women are crazy after that car. And a lot of them are breaking their homes because of car that will come and go. A lot of them, they quit their right husband because somebody just deceived them, I will buy you Jeep. If you drive, I don't know which car, any car, anyone that you have, car is what? Keep what you have. Keep your husband. Don't because of Jeep, baby face, or what is that face? Is it cat face or whatever? If you have it, if your husband buy it for you, fine, take it. But if your husband don't have money and your friend buy it, the husband buy it for the friend, don't because of that cause problem to your husband. Yes. Because it will come and go. 2005, the latest phone then flip. Everybody crazy after flip phone. A young girl was coming, the two sisters, they were sisters, the same mother, the same father. They were in this country. One married, the other one no one married. It will come. What type of life is this? What type of life is this? You just stay under a man. You are bunny. I can't do this so. I can't do this so. She was following all those good boys, Yahoo boys here, Odu. And she was moving from one person to the other. I can't do this. I can't do this rubbish. Well, you choose to suffer. Take this money. Check. Take. You will bring that money. But one day, God decided to humble the woman that is at home. Because God loved the woman at home. Because the woman almost left the husband because of the sister. Not knowing that the sister is just wasting her life. Oh, sister, you have been eating us. There's a big money in the account. Just go there, carry this passport, just go down, withdraw 10,000. The sister was so happy. They pick up the passport, go to bank, they head her. That was the end. And they call the sister. Because the sister is so person here on detention, and they said, no, you. And the sister said, I don't know that person. According to the husband of this woman, he said, I enjoyed my wife last night. I said, what happened? He said, I haven't seen the kind of kiddo that the woman, the way she grabbed me last night, she just covered me all throughout the night. I said, what happened? He said, because the sister is in detention. And now the sister, it was only the husband. The sister from police station, It is spent 3 days here, Togo. They're moving straight down to Nigeria. And, you know, what am I saying is this. This same Duke now, that chief, is putting so many women in problem. So many. I must travel. I must travel. I must travel. It will come and go. A lot of people now, they are setting up their husband, lying to police, calling police on their husband, lying on their head, because they want to drive. It will come and go. Japanese, they know that is just the only way to get so many money from people by pretending it's a jeep, and it's consuming a lot of fuel. Because that's why a lot of them now, they can't afford the fuel. They can't afford the diesel because the way they build the car is as if so function, and the way that the weight of the car is more than the engine. The engine capacity is 1.2 among them 1.1, and you think, oh yes, 1.2 is even lesser than the other car I'm driving, but it's a deception. The weight of the car is too heavy. Now, if you put the same fuel that you are putting in 1.2 normal 1.2 engine to this one, before from here to that place, it will exhaust. Why? Because the weight is too much. That's why a lot of people now, they can't afford it. But that is the secret. How did I know? Because I'm a pastor. There are things they will not tell you, but I will hear it. For us to hear information is not a problem. Now, so there's some few money we haven't get, but we'll get the money very soon. Amen. Yeah. Information is not a problem. Now, we get information from people in order to save other people. There are people that want to jump into it because of that car jeep. They want to run out of their husband. They are crying. They don't sleep in the night. I'm saying to you, if you are here, then that's your mind. Car is car. It's not even compulsory you must drive. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory because, you know, one thing is that any level that you have not get to, you think, there's something superior there. Oh, I'll get my everything, document, let me go and drive. No. It's not compulsory that when you have your document, you must drive. No. Your responsibility determines if you are to drive or not. If you have a responsibility, fine, you can afford it. But if you don't have responsibility, how do you want to mortgage yourself into something else? Because for you to get a car, it's like you are renting another big room. 300 a room. To service a car in a month might be like 300 or more than. Some people more than. Then you are paying for house, you are paying for this, you are paying for bill, and this is a house that you don't sleep. You only use it for church, from your place to your church, from your place to your, maybe you don't need to work at all. And while you're spending much money there. Now, I believe that among the opportunities that God is going to give us this year, car is not a priority. Yeah, God give me an opportunity, and then opportunity to buy car. No, that's not opportunity. Opportunity is talking about investment. Something that will yield interest to you tomorrow. Something that will make you know. Something that will help you years to come. Something that will be of benefit to you when you are getting old. That's called opportunity. That's what we are talking about. Invest in property. This year, maybe you wanted to buy a house. Year 2013, you have the mind and you put it. Or you came out 2014 and they block you. Now this year, come out. Start your own house. Start building a house. Look for something to buy for yourself. Because with time, you will see the result. Whatever is said to you, do it. Whatever God is saying to you this year, it is a year of opportunity. You know, men of God, like generals, like our father, Dr. Reverend Ezekiel, they don't talk anyhow. They don't talk anyhow. Sometimes they just like few words. But if you can keep it to it. And that's one thing I love about CPM. All ministers in CPM, Reverend, all these Reverend that we have, they don't talk much. But a few things that come out of their mouth, keep to it. Pick it and run with it. You see, your life will be bright. I see this year 2016 a glorious year in your life and destiny in the name of Jesus Christ. And whatever He said to you, do it. Whatever you hear that God said, this is what I want you to do this year, do it. That which interrupts your plan, this is where you are going, but something suddenly come up, and now you don't know that, oh, I don't know why, or prophetically somebody released to you, this is what you want to do, this is what you're supposed to do. Now, go and do it. You will see. You will see the hand of God in your life. It's a year of opportunity, and it's a year of light, and it's a year of direction. God is going to shine in your way. There are things that's hidden inside of you that you have not seen before. There are things that you don't know about yourself. And the light is going to shine into your life. And as soon as the light shines around you, then you now discover who you are. The reason why we suffer what we suffer today is because we don't know who we are. That is the problem. The reason why we are here, where we are, or the place where we are, is because you don't know what you carry. If you know what you carry, you can't stay there. You can't be there. You can't just fold up your arm, because there is something in you. And one thing I discovered in life, there is nothing that is not important about you. There is nothing. There is something that you do, you think, oh, it's just ordinary. No, it's not ordinary. There are people, billions of people that want to hear it. But that single thing, they want it. They want it. They want to hear it. They want to know that thing that you know. And it takes the light of God for you to know the mystery about your life, the secrets of your life, of your destiny. Now, as soon as the light shines into your life, you discover the potential inside of you. You discover the grace inside of you. Now, listen for direction. Listen for instruction from God. How are you going to go about it? And secondly, you need to know the time of moving. The time of moving. Now, any opportunity that you want to start right now, gather every information around it. In the month of March, is a month that you start business. Month of March, start anything you want to do. Like, for example, by the grace of God, I believe there is a grace in the house to have at least 2 branches of CPM in London. Amen. And I believe by March, by the grace of God, we are starting these 2 branches. Amen. Now, it's a grace. There's a grace. There's a grace. Whatever He said to you, do it. Whatever He said to you, do it. It's a year that somebody needs to go forward. It's a year that somebody needs to take a step. Don't just wait until something happens. No. Take a step. Make a move. Then you see the hand of God in your life. I pray for you. Amen. That the grace of God will speak for you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. As you are going with your opportunity, as you are going with your business, remember God. Remember the widows. Remember, when you remember God first, remember the widows, remember the less privileged, remember the orphans. This is the secret of an explosion in anything you are doing in life. God, the widow, the orphans, the less privileged, the prophet. Somebody that speak word of God over your life. Like me. Don't say you have a prophet in Nigeria or have a prophet somewhere. You are listening to me, you call somebody. No, that's robbery. Yeah, that's robbery. I don't do that. Somebody came here and said, okay, Pastor, I have a tithe. She put it in my hand and said, what is this? He said, tithe. As soon as I know it's tithe, I said, no, it doesn't belong to me because I don't see you in the church. The first time she brought it because I saw her 1, 2, 3 times. Fine, I take it. Then the second time, I think after a month, she came with it again. And I said, no, I don't take this one because I didn't see you in the church. You have a place where you listen to the word of God. If I take it, it becomes a curse. And that's what a lot of pastors, what kill them? Money. And you also, for example, if you start any business, God open and give you an idea what you will beware of. Number one is money. Don't take wrong money. Number two, your opposite sex. Don't because of your position become a lover boy, become a player. Because of your position, then you think that everybody loves you and now you can do anything. No. They love you is not because of you, because of what you are handling. For example, if I see you are a driver or you have a car and I see you and I say, okay, where's your car before I ask you about your family, it's because what I'm trying to tell you is that I know you, I recognize you, I respect you because of your car. And that's why I go straight to your point. Where's your car? Before I say, okay, where's your family? Now, whatever you are doing, your assignment is where the people recognize you. For example, if you see me now say, Pastor, how's the church, how's the ministry? Even if you didn't come to church maybe 1 week, when I call you, say, okay, how's the church? Why? Because you are telling me, I know you, Pastor. I know you, Tony, because of that church. If not, I don't supposed to know you. Then, that your assignment, you need to hold it. Meaning, you don't joke with what you have in hand. How is your shop? It's because I know you because of that shop. Oh, Pastor, are you saying I'm not important? Yeah, you are important, but your assignment is more important than you. What did I say? Your assignment is more important than you because your assignment is your voice. It's your voice. And if you don't have a voice, nobody knows you. I love you is because you have a voice. Your husband say, I love you. It's because there's a voice. Or there's your wife is saying, I love you. It's because you have a voice. There's money in your hand. And acid test of love is when there's dryness. When there is dryness, let's see if the wife said, I love you. Or let's see the husband said, oh, I love you. If there's hardship in the house. This is the acid test. Now, what am I trying to tell you is that if opportunity comes your way, what belongs to God, give it to God. When God opens door for you, He's standing by your side, watching you. How faithful are you? Pastor Tony, I raised you from nowhere to become a voice. Now, He's watching me 24 hours. He's watching me closely. For example, when the CPM ordained me, Reverend Gio, they appointed me 3 days, I didn't see them. All of them go. But it doesn't mean I should do what I like. And they won't pursue me to tell me this is what they want me to do. I pursue them, ask them, what do you want me to do? How to do it. They don't care, they don't bother whether, but all they are saying, they are watching. Then I must not say, oh, because nobody's watching me. I'm the general Bashar in this UK and do whatever I like. If I do whatever I like, one, I will disappoint God and I will disappoint myself. Then that's why I must follow instruction. Somebody say instruction. It's very, very vital. It's very, very important to you as a man or a woman. Whatever you want to do, always listen to the voice behind you. There's always a voice behind you. Turn your Bible to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 30. There's always a voice behind you. A voice behind you. A voice behind you. And that voice is the voice of God. Is the voice of God. Is the voice of God. You must not joke with it. He said in verse 21, 30, Isaiah 30, verse 21, he said, and thy ear shall hear a voice behind thee, saying, this is the way. This is the way. Walk ye in it. Walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, or when you turn ye, and when ye turn to the left, meaning the voice is always behind you, telling you which way to go, which way to go. Meaning it's not every time you go to the right. It may seem good to you that the right hand side is very, very clear. Let me just go there. No, listen to the instruction behind you, because the ways of men is different from the ways of God. Yes, you tested right side or left hand side before and it worked for you. Doesn't mean that you must do it always. That's why you always listen to instruction. What you tried last year, you must not try it this year. And let you worked for me last year, you worked for me last month, let me do it again. No. Listen. As a child of God, you listen. As a child of God, you need to hear God. Say, I will hear God. Yeah, my sheep hears my voice and they follow my instruction. They hear my voice. They hear my voice. They follow my instruction. Now, you need to hear God. How do you hear God? Through impression. You hear God from your heart, not from your ear. Not this ear. From your heart. There's an ear in your heart. You hear God. You feel Him. You send His command. Everything about Him. You hear Him. I don't hear God. Did you hear the devil? Yes. Now, we hear the devil. So many of us say we don't hear God. But how do I know that you hear God and you hear the devil? Because sometimes you hear something is telling you nobody's watching you. Don't take that in. You are in a working place and there's a tissue paper in your working place. And your mind is telling you, just take it, put it in your pocket, go and use it at home. Steal it. Now, you hear that one. And you hear so many things. Maybe you are doing shopping and something is telling you, okay, this person is thief. Don't put it, nobody see you. That's the voice of the devil. The same way you hear voice of the devil, that's the same way we hear God. The difference is that you must have to train yourself to hear when He's talking to you. And He must become your friend before you hear Him play. If God is not your friend, there's no way you can hear Him. The reason why you hear the devil often than God is because the devil is there as your friend. Most especially when somebody is being possessed with unclean spirit. Unclean spirit is now the one that's determining the move. Determining everything that the person do is there at the center. Now when God is now in the center of your heart, the same way you hear the devil, that's the same way you hear God. Even more clear. I pray that the hand of God will be upon you this year. 2016, you will not miss your way. I said you will not miss your opportunity in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. God is going to restore so many things that we lose in the past, things that we lost because of carelessness, things that because of ignorance, we just lose them. And God is going to restore it back to us. Yes, but when He says go, you have to go. When He says move, you have to move. When you say apologize, you have to apologize. We lost our good friend in the past. Friends that are supposed to be a helper of our destiny. People who were supporting us. Because of lack of trust, we lose them. Now, this year is a year of His grace to restore. Now, God might say to you, so person, you offended this person that time. Apologize. Now, one thing about this year is that even people that you offend, they are ready to forgive you. Yeah, that is one thing. They are ready. When you just call them and say, okay, I'm sorry for what I've done to you, so time. I'm sorry. And the person will just say, okay, no problem. But don't be in hurry. You know, our nature is that whenever we say, okay, I'm sorry, my husband, or I'm sorry, my wife, immediately we want that person to just accept you. It's not like that. Most especially, women will not accept you immediately. You play on your wife, and your wife caught you, red on them. Then you say, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you cry and weep and say, oh, have mercy on me. It's evil water. Evil water. My father has. Now, lie, it's not your father has, it's you. Now, when you cry and wait for your wife to respond, it will not take immediately 1 day, second day, third day. Then, or maybe you wait 1 day, second day, and your wife is like, is still saying, hey, you did this one. You say, you don't forgive. You don't forgive at all. Are you a Christian? No. Wait. At least give a gap of 6 months for a woman. A month, how many months? 6 months. Again? Wait for 6 months. And that 6 months is a month that you must not do anything similar. Yeah, that's the secret. You must not do anything similar to it. Because if you do similar to it, renew it. It's like you have started it afresh. The best thing is that you wait, stay pure, clean for 6 months. Then the woman will say, okay, Right now, I know you are on it. But 2 days, 3 days, you don't forgive, you don't forgive. No? Which forgive? You don't expect someone to forgive you like that. Now, what I'm trying to say is that this year, 2016, is a year of grace that whoever you offend in the past, try and apologize with that person. They are ready to accept you. When they accept you, don't just relax for a while. Don't just, or somebody forgive you today, tomorrow, don't pick up and go, I just need money. No, don't do it. Then trust first before money. The reason why so many of us are poor today is because we lack of trust. We lack of trust. And I pray for God help in our hand. Somebody borrowed you money and you said, okay, so time, I'm going to give you back. And that time you are dodging the person, you are ignoring the phone. Without telling the person, oh, I'm sorry. This is the reason. You are dodging and you are hiding. Sometimes you say, oh, I just forgot. Somebody borrowed you money, you say, you forget it. You know. Now, you might not know what you are doing to yourself at that time. You are breaking trust. To break trust is a very dangerous thing. And I pray that the hand of God will be upon you in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's stand to our feet. We want to pray. Today you reign, and forever may you reign. You reign forevermore.